Have you ever sent a message, watched the little seen mark appear, and then nothing? No reply? No call back? Just silence so loud it feels personal. If yes, congratulations. You have experienced one of the most powerful psychological pains humans know, being ignored. And no, you are not overreacting. Your brain is literally wired to hate this feeling. Today, we are talking about the psychology of being ignored, and more importantly, how to take back your power without begging, chasing, or losing your dignity. Let's start with a simple truth. Being ignored hurts more than being insulted. If someone calls you stupid, at least they acknowledged your existence. But when someone ignores you, your brain starts asking dangerous questions. Did I do something wrong? Am I boring? Am I not important enough? And suddenly, one unanswered message turns into a full late-night overthinking marathon where you're both the detective and the criminal. Fun, right? Psychology explains this very clearly. Humans are social creatures. Our sense of value is deeply connected to how others respond to us. When someone ignores you, your brain reads it as rejection, and rejection activates the same pain centers as physical injury. That is why it feels heavy in the chest, not just sad in the mind. This is also why you keep checking your phone like it owes you money. Now, here's where most people make their biggest mistake. When they feel ignored, they chase. They send another message, then another, then a, "Hey, are you okay?" followed by a, "Did I do something wrong?" Congratulations. At this point, you're not communicating, you're auditioning. And psychology is brutally honest about this. The more you chase attention, the cheaper it becomes. Think about it. If something is always available, always waiting, always trying, your brain naturally assigns it less value. This is not cruelty. This is human wiring. Here's a real-life example. Imagine a shop that says open 24/7, no customers inside. Now imagine another shop with a small line outside and a sign that says limited stock. Which one feels more valuable? Exactly. People don't chase what's easy. They chase what feels meaningful, rare, and slightly out of reach. So, how do you take back your power when someone ignores you? Step one is uncomfortable but powerful. You stop. You stop explaining. You stop proving. You stop chasing. Silence is not weakness. Silence is a mirror. When you go quiet, the other person finally has space to think. And humans hate unanswered questions. When you suddenly become unavailable the way you used to be, their brain starts asking, "Wait, what changed?" Curiosity replaces control. Now, this doesn't mean you play childish games or disappear forever. It means you shift your energy back to your own life. You reply when you want to, not when you're anxious. You live your day without narrating it to someone who's not listening. You show without announcing that your life is moving forward. Here is where the power shift happens. The moment you stop centering someone who ignores you, you stop giving them authority over your emotions. Let's add a little humor here. You know how when you're busy, suddenly everyone wants you? But when you're free, nobody texts? That's not magic. That's psychology. Confidence and self-focus are strangely attractive. Desperation smells like panic. Calm self-respect smells like confidence. Another key part of taking back your power is rebuilding your sense of value outside of one person's attention. Work on something you care about. Improve your skills. Take better care of how you look and feel. Not to impress them, but to remind yourself that your worth doesn't shrink just because someone went silent. There's also something called emotional contrast. When someone is used to constant access to you, and that access changes, they feel the loss. Not because they suddenly became a better person, but because humans notice absence more than presence. Sad, but true. Now, let's be very clear about one thing. Taking back your power is not about hurting the other person. It's about protecting yourself. Sometimes when you stop chasing, the other person comes back. Sometimes they don't. And both outcomes are wins. Here's the most important mindset shift. Someone ignoring you is information, not a verdict. It tells you about their priorities, not your value. The moment you truly understand this, you stop trying to convince people to choose you. You start choosing yourself. So, the next time someone ignores you, remember this. Don't beg for attention. Don't shrink yourself to fit someone else's silence. Pause. Refocus. Live. Because the strongest response to being ignored is not anger, not revenge, not endless messages. It's a calm life that continues just fine without their validation. And funny enough, that's usually when people start paying attention again.